Are you ready? Yes. You sure you don't want to wait another week, month, year, lifetime? Are you ready now?
Yes.
Are you ready to do the work?
Yes.
Are you ready to stand straight and tall?
Yes.
Are you ready to be free?
Yes.
And take a deep breath and say it louder than you're saying your yeses. I speak my word for myself, my center, and all its members and friends. I know love as the only reality. I am created out of love. Love is what I am. I know this love as absolute freedom in every area of my life, the life of my center, and all who call it home. I know our center's mortgages are paid in full, and I claim for all of us financial freedom with all debts paid and cleared. I release any sense of struggle or wrongdoing. I live in an abundant universe where there is more than enough for all. We experience freedom in every moment by always having more than enough money, vibrant health, and loving relationships. We are who we have come here to be. With hearts open wide, we see the world through the eyes of love. We are blessed, we are rich, and we are free, and so it is. And we do this by using our points of power. I always pay attention. I always tell the truth and tell it quickly. I always ask for what I want when I want it. I always take total responsibility for my experience. I always keep my agreements. And so it is. Wow. How many people are doing the treatment for freedom and the points of power every day? Wonderful, wonderful. Those of you who want more freedom in your life, do that every day. Every day. You know, Ron, I got to thank you and Celeste. The season for peace could not have come any sooner for me. Wow. Maybe because I've been thinking about it. Maybe because I've been noticing it. Maybe because, I don't know, I'm letting go of things that no longer work for me, but I have been experiencing opportunities to be at peace, to choose peace. I experienced an opportunity just this morning, sitting in this very room, to choose peace. This is something that's really good. And I was going to get something all lofty and holy. It's like peacefulness. No, choose peace. I want you to do something. I want you to do something in your life. Every moment we are at choice as to whether or not we're going to choose to go to war, whether it's inside of our own heads. Did you know that you have someone inside of your head that doesn't like you? And it goes, you got to choose peace. And sometimes, as Gandhi and King showed us, you don't choose peace by laying down and being a doormat, but you don't choose peace by going to war. I have really learned a lot about choosing war. Maybe you have too. I spent a lot of years just looking for somebody to go to war with. I could go to war with myself. I could go to war with any of my husbands at the time. I could go to war with my son. I could go to war with fictitious people. I could go to war with politicians. I could go to war with somebody that I just saw walking down the road. I could go to war with them. I was really good at it. And what I learned is that choosing war, you pay a really high price for that. You pay a really high price for it. And the more aware we get, the more powerful we are, the faster our demonstrations. When we choose war, it happens so much faster, so much bigger than in the past. Maybe you noticed, David, can you take the stage lights down just a little bit? Maybe you noticed in the past that you could get away with choosing war and really not have any repercussions from it for quite a while, like years before you had to experience the effects of your causes. And now it seems like as soon as we decide to go to war with somebody, boom, something happens in our life. And that is the high price. So this is a moderated talk. I'm looking at the clock. So I want you to listen quickly. The only time...
How do you do that exactly?
The only time we choose to go to war is when we feel insecure about ourselves. The only times we get hooked is when we're hookable. The only time we choose to put up our defenses, I love that we sang Breathe the Same Air today. There are no foreign countries anymore. There's no me and there's no you. The only time we choose to put our dukes up is when we are afraid we are going to be hurt. Nothing can hurt us. Nothing can take anything away from us. We are spirit in form as us. The amazingly powerful, creative, spiritual being that we are manifesting our reality just like that. Boom, 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 boom. Nobody can interfere with that. Nobody is the boss of us. We are supported by the entire universe. But if we jump into the idea that something can hurt us, guess what? We have created the experience of being hurt. And because we are creating things faster, now that we're aware that we're a spiritual being living in a spiritual universe governed by spiritual law, that we have all this power, now that we are creating things faster, if we think somebody can hurt us, it shows up in our life just like that. Have you noticed that? Yes. Well, that's why I want you to be clear before you even get out of bed in the morning. Be in your gratitude. Do your spiritual practice before you pick up the day, because you are wielding intense power. And if we don't choose peace, if we choose war, then we create that, and then we are in a cycle. Have you ever been in a cycle? I've been in a cycle. And what I've noticed is that I'm in a cycle when I feel like I'm not good enough, I'm not doing what I think should be done, I'm not the incredible being that I know myself to be. Do you ever do that? And I have a pledge to you. I will never stand up here and pretend to be someone that I am not. I will never have this fake, phony baloney, oh, I'm so spiritual and holy, and I just, don't ever have anything. That's absurd. We're all in this together. We all have triggers. We all have experiences. The important thing is to be mindful of that, to be conscious of that, and then do something that works for us all and lifts us up. And I haven't been really good at that lately. Just so you know. Maybe it was the holidays. Maybe it was just being tired. But I allowed myself to get hooked. I allowed myself to get hooked by some things that were going on, and then I created that hookedness coming at me from other people. It's never them, even though it seems like them, even though it may be threats from somebody, even though it may be a neighbor with a gun, even though it may be things to intentionally hurt me. It's never them. It's always me. Take a deep breath. That was big. Let it go. I'm always safe. I know who I am. I know nobody can hurt me. It doesn't matter what emails are sent or text messages or phone calls happen. And you have the same life. You have the same life. If you think that someone can take something away from you, it's you. If I think someone can take something away from me, it's me. It's always me. But what I realized, and thank God for the season for intentional peace, I tell you, I'm going to do this every day. None of this pick one. I'm going to do every one, every day. This is added to our spiritual practice, sweetheart. Because what I noticed is if I allow myself to get upset about something, that I'm Barbara Waterhouse. Jesus Christ, I am wealthy of the universe. And so if I allow myself to get upset and go into, 20 years ago when I could dabble with that energy and not be scathed, I am completely mistaken. Because then I'll create someone else. Because I'm in that energy and I'm manifesting upset. I picked war. So somebody's in my face going off at me. Somebody's out here going off at me. I feel like I have a target on me. Somebody's going off on me. I do that. I want to encourage you to pick peace. For God's sake, pick peace. I've been picking peace like crazy because once I realized what I was doing, that I was even bringing the neighbors in on it. Holy moly, they're perfectly nice people. So I got a hold of them. I have to pick peace. I have to pick peace. I have to pick peace. No matter what's happening, I have to pick peace. It doesn't mean that I'm a doormat. But if I don't pick peace, it's coming from a lack of self-worth inside of me that I think that somehow, if something is taken away from me or if it appears like something's taken away from me, that I would be less than. I can never be less than. And neither can you. Neither can you. You are the creator of your destiny. You are the captain of your ship. You determine your destiny. You are the one in charge. And as soon as we move into that me and them, that there is foreign countries, I mean, my God, all you have to do is look at the politics of it all, that we're going to do this and we're going to do this. There's no foreign countries. There's no us and them. There's only me. So what is it inside of my consciousness that I'm putting out there that I need a wall for or I need a gun for? What is that craziness? Go back inside of me. We are God in form. We are the light and the love and the glory of the divine, made manifest as us, given all power to live the life of our dreams, to have peace on earth, to have prosperity and health and happiness and wholeness of all kinds. That is who we are. We have come, we are who we have come here to be. So I want to invite you a little bit more than Ron did and say, let's do this. Let's do this for 64 days. Honest to God, pick up a paper and do one of those every day. And then if you have one that you're not quite done, go ahead and just pile them on top of each other. And if you're at the 64th day and you're doing all of them, that's okay. Because what we're doing is we're cleaning out. We're clearing up. We're polishing the gem that we are. We are turning these wild bounces of light into a laser beam. And when we do that, the consciousness that we wield can truly change the world. Pick peace. I love you.